Hello, welcome to the queue. It has finally arrived. It is Axis and Allies' newest game, North Africa, and it is one of my favorite theaters of the war by as far back as I can remember. Um, I've had quite a few back in the day in my younger days. It was a lot of books, magazines. Um, and this was the one I really anything that came out regarding the North African theater was something I was interested in. So real excited to see the game, and I already taken the wrapper off because this is kind of hard to do with one hand. So got a little propaganda there on top. Decent rule book. I like the colors. It really sticks with when you look at it. It really sticks with the theme of other Axis and Allies games. So they kind of kept that theme going. So it'll be interesting to see, read the rules, see what the gameplay is going to be like. Looking forward to that. This is well, there's a piece fell right out already. The setup charts here. Operation Torch and Rommel's Last Push, which is, if I recall, there are two scenarios in this game. So you can got the different setups, probably different rules and conditions. And we've got supply tokens, large supplies, small supplies, the roundels for marking hexes, sea mines, and land mines. So a lot of interesting stuff there. It'll be interesting to see how the supply works in this game because that was one of the major factors of the back and forth battles in North Africa was who had supplies and who didn't, or who had more supplies than the other. Allies reference two allies. I'll bet they're flipped over. Yeah, okay. So one side is Axis, reference sheet, Italians and Germans. The Allies looks like it is British, U.S., and French. So obviously the Free French. Could be some Vichy French too if in that Operation Torch. I'm not sure how that goes. We got map here. How is that? Oh, it's two separate boards. So, okay. I'll have to lay that out, open that up. All sorts of pieces. This is an interesting feature in this game. Is these 10-sided dice. So that'll be different. That'll be a different change. The pieces kind of look the same, although I know there's some new pieces in there. Some chips, an extra bag. That's probably so you can put those roundels and stuff in there, I imagine. Let me set this off to the side and see if I can do this map with one hand here. Okay, so this is not, there we go. That's the secret. All right, so this side here, obviously, is going to be the Egypt side. So we'll take a look at that. We got some convoys. My assumption is convoys will come from the Atlantic to the Indian up into the Red Sea before they reach. So probably some turns that take place, which makes sense. Some aids here on the map. Interesting, Greece is not part of this game. The sea zones are marked off, so I'm not sure how the naval aspect of this game goes. So you've got, your North Africa from Tripoli here to Cairo. And then this here will obviously be real hard to do. Oh, I almost knocked the X-Acto knife off on the floor. So, sorry to be struggling here with this second part of the map. But yeah, here's Morocco through Tunisia. So I'm guessing this one's probably more in line with the Operation Torch, although you've got all these convoy zones. So I'm assuming that probably takes place in both scenarios. I don't have enough room here to put them both together. How about that? Put them like that for now. Kind of give an overview of the whole map. So the sea zones are labeled. So obviously we've got some sea action. Territories are all, they're not really marked, but they're with lines. So they're not, a few of them have some point values. So obviously some are more important than the others. And even the desert, it's not marked impassable or anything. So it'll be interesting to see what happens down there. We'll assume this will be impassable here as it pinches off here. They don't have El Alamein on there. That's interesting. That was probably the biggest battle in there. So look at the pieces real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Unfortunately, the Germans are black again. I do see some new pieces in there, so you know what, I'll go ahead and set that down somewhere where I can't knock it off, and we'll open that up and take a look at some of the new pieces. Looks like the armored car has the four, if you can see that, the 4 or 8 wheels, 8-wheeled Puma, I think, is one of the terms for the armored car. I can't remember the designated number, but those are new. So Panzer IV, that's not necessarily new. I think it's new to Axis and Allies as far as pieces go. Here's the truck. I have to read and see what the trucks do in this game. Some anti-aircraft guns, some artillery. All right, so most of those pieces are pretty much the same. I don't know if I'll go through all these. If I see some other pieces, looks like the Italians have armored cars as well, and trucks. So those are definitely new. Looking through the U.S., I see trucks. I don't see anything else new other than the trucks and the U.S. bag. The British bag has quite a few pieces. Oh, they do have something new there. Let's dump that out and take a peek at that. Looks like an anti-tank gun. Oh, and this, boy, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's a Jeep with the machine guns on it, like the long-range group that drives through the desert. Maybe that's one of those. That's why the desert boxes are there. Their trucks are a little different, maybe, than the Germans. Let's see. Nope, they're exactly the same. So just different color. But here, this is interesting. Here, it looks like anti-tank gun, 6-pounder, probably is the gun in the desert, although maybe it wasn't. I think the 6-pounder was late in the desert campaign there in North Africa. But so that is new. The French here, they have some tanks, but other than that, pretty much the same. And we've got a bag of different stuff. Well, there's some French trucks. Couple ships. You know, there's not really. Well, I guess there's some battleships. The Germans seem to only have subs. And the Italians have destroyers and subs. So maybe the naval aspect of this game isn't very much. And then, of course, you got your chips. So it'll be interesting to dig into the rules, see how the game plays. Oh, anti-aircraft gun. So I'm excited to play it. Probably have some more videos on this game at some point as I play a couple games, get used to the rules, and see. Then I can really give an opinion on the game based off, you know, how it plays, how I feel like it plays. And but like I said, I'm looking forward to playing the North African game. Thanks for watching this unboxing video, and hopefully you've got your copy ordered or already have it maybe, huh?